Nalaka, you did this series of films on agriculture in the third world. Could you tell us a bit about it?
Yes, through my organization TVE Asia Pacific, I have just finished a series of 4 short films looking at farmer-led innovation in sustainable farming, sustainable agriculture in the developing world, in Asia and Africa. And we did this for a globally operating research network called Prolinova, which is a group of researchers and development activists and farmers who have come together to promote sustainable agriculture through farmer innovation.
Sustainable in what sense?
Sustainable in the sense with low inputs, low external inputs, and using methods that are least damaging to the farmland and the natural resources. Well, they come from the acknowledgement that certain amount of ecological impact is inevitable in any kind of farming.
Yeah.
But within that, how to contain and how to stay close to natural processes as much as possible, and still generate harvest. That is the key thinking behind sustainable agriculture as they look at it. And so this network, Prolinova, has been active in several countries of Asia and Africa for the past decade. And over these 10 years, they have built up a body of experience working at the grassroots as well as with policy and academic communities. So they wanted to share this to
Which countries?
Predominantly in Africa.
No, I mean which countries did you shoot in?
The ones we filmed in were chosen by the network itself, and these were Cambodia, Niger in Western Africa, South Africa. These were the 3 countries, and we also filmed during their annual research partner meeting that was held in the Netherlands in 2010.
When you talk of farmer innovation, could you give us some examples of what's involved?
Farm innovation basically comes close to that well-known principle that necessity is the mother of invention. So these are small farmers, these are mostly subsistence farmers who try to solve day-to-day problems.
Like?
Day-to-day problems. For example, one of the stories we featured from Niger was how farmers, particularly farmer women, improved the traditional fish smoking oven, which is called banda. And in Western Africa, one way of preserving fish is to smoke them.
I see.
This has been done traditionally through an oven, a banda oven, and that wasn't very user friendly, that wasn't very efficient in terms of the firewood, in terms of the energy use. So some of the farmers themselves figured out ways of improving the energy efficiency by simple methods. For example, without having an open topped oven, by closing it so that there is more efficient smoking with least loss of heat from the oven, and things like that. So design improvements, process improvements led them to come up with a better, improved, more efficient banda, which has enabled not only greater quality of the smoked fish, but also the women users now find it much easier to use this.
I see.
And the consumers that they sell it to in the local fairs have also noticed a quality and taste difference in the fish smoked using the improved banda.
I see.
So this is one example. In Cambodia, we filmed how Cambodian farmers, rice farmers, are localizing a method called system of rice intensification, SRI, which has been used and promoted in different parts of the rice growing world for now 30 years. But each country, SRI tries to localize it, to adapt it to suit the local conditions as well as local culture and farming practices. So how Cambodian farmers have localized SRI is another story we looked at.
Just to give the big picture, can you tell us a little about TV Asia Pacific and what films you have done in the past? How many years?
TV Asia Pacific was set up in 1996 by a group of European and Asian filmmakers and development professionals who recognize the potential of television and video to communicate development. We communicate, our mandate is to communicate the fuller spectrum of development issues and concerns using audiovisual media, and now we also use the new media, the web, for that process. And we very much come to it as storytellers, as journalists. We don't have positions ourselves. We talk to the researchers, the grassroots people, the activists, and where necessary, other players, other stakeholders. And we try to tell good stories about real world issues, real world solutions, and on any development issue. It could be agriculture, as in the case of this series. We've done on water, we've done on sustainable forestry, we have touched issues of ICT, information and communication technologies, HIV/AIDS, science and technology in development, the full range of development issues.
So that means how many films in all?
Well, a few dozen over the past 15 years, but we are not just a production organization. We pay equal emphasis on distribution, outreach, and capacity building. So we work on three planks. One is producing factual content on an editorially independent basis, then distributing that content as well as other development films across the Asia Pacific region, and on a non-commercial, non-exclusive basis. So all our content is completely free of copyright restrictions. We want anyone and everyone to use our content, and we don't expect any royalties, any payments for that. In fact, increasingly now we are placing all our content online for free public access.
Where about?
Well, we are on YouTube, we are on Daily Motion, we are on Engage Media, which is another Asian platform of socially conscious films. All these can be accessed from our own website, which is www.tveap.org. tveap.org. The third plank that we work on is capacity building and training. We help journalists, TV journalists and filmmakers to cover development issues with greater sensitivity and understanding. We also work with the development community, the civil society groups and researchers and others, to communicate their own positions and findings using the media. So we build capacity in both these directions.
Congrats and all the best.
Thank you.